Hello, fellow networkers. Thank you so much for your time and attention this morning. I hope that my holiday stress at your desk mini workout was helpful and gave you some exercises that you can do over the next couple months to help not only combat stress, but also help your posture, help your core while you're traveling and on the go. In addition to fighting back those 10 pounds, the average American gains 10 pounds over the holidays. And that is not gonna be us because we are gonna do this. So as my clients, like I said this morning, y'all are my clients now, with this consulting package that you have, you get your workout. You also get a custom video with that workout where I go over each exercise, break it down step by step, point out the key factors you need to remember so that you're able to get the most benefit you possibly can while you're doing this on your own at home. So here we go, we're gonna go one by one. The first one is that deep breathing. So you have one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Big inhale into this top hand. And then exhale. Nice slow count. So breathe in for 7. And you don't want to lift your shoulders. You want to feel your rib cage like literally expand sideways. So big inhale. Hold it at the top for a second and then slow exhale. And this will help your blood pressure, help stress, also helps with digestion and breathing, expanding your lungs when it's cold or if we're sick. Our lungs can get tight and the muscles around it get tight. So this is actually expanding that musculature. So it feels really good. You can do this throughout the day as many times as you want. And I would do sets of 10. The next exercise is the seated postural adjustments. So you're just gonna sit normal to start and look where your thumbs are. Where do your thumbs point? Do they go straight forward? Do they go in? Do they go out? Just sit normal, how you normally would in a chair. You might have to shake a little bit. And then all we're gonna do is rotate those thumbs outward, and that is gonna open the shoulders, squeezing those back muscles, turning them on, dropping the shoulders down like we're sliding our shoulder blades into our back pockets, and then releasing. Good, pull back. Good. Now when you do this, pull your abs in too and get some core work out of it. You should feel all this open and your back muscles just slightly engage. Again, sets of 10, and you can do this as many times as you want throughout the day. Feels good, you should feel good. So do it as much as you need. The next one, everyone's favorite, chin tucks. I'll get a little closer. So what you're gonna do is if your head was on a track and you're going straight backwards, you're just gonna pull your chin straight back. So you'll feel a little bit in the throat, a little bit of back of the neck. It's just simple, just like that. And now you guys should know that I love you because I'm sending you video of my double chin. Okay, back squeezes. So this is a great one. You're gonna start with your hands just straight out in front of you and then creating your own resistance like you're pulling through mud. You're gonna pull your arms back and pinch your shoulders together and then let your arms back out. So from the side, we're here. We're pinching the shoulder blades, right? Pinching the shoulder blades, pulling in the abs, squeezing the arms back, and then letting them out. Good, pull, pinch, squeeze, and let it out. You'll feel all those back muscles turn on. Feel really good after a long day, sitting in a car, sitting at a desk. And then we go to leg squeezes. So we have our quads here. Now this is the one, if you have knee issues, you don't want to extend your legs so much that you're locking out your knee, putting a lot of pressure on that knee joint. You want to go just past soft. So a soft knee is when it's just kind of straight but not locked out necessarily. This is locked. You see how this knee is tight? We don't want that. We want just before that. So what you're going to do is use this quad muscle like you're pulling a string to lift up that leg, squeezing this muscle as much as you can for 3, 2, 1, and then letting it down. Squeeze, 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 3, 2, 1, and let it down. 10 times, then switch legs 10 times. Then from there, we go down to the calves. So calves are really important for blood flow. It's what helps get all that blood back up so it can recirculate. And so we want to keep these calves moving. We want to keep the blood flowing. And plus it feels good too, especially that stretch. So what you're going to do is the same thing we just did. So your leg is straight but not locked. Quad muscle is tight. And then like you're pushing and pulling against the mud, you're going to pull your toes back as hard as you can. And then you're going to push it down as hard as you can. Point that foot. Pull, squeeze, point, squeeze. Pull, squeeze, point, squeeze. And it's like someone's pulling your foot, trying to prevent it from moving. You're really having to push. And you can actually, using your head, create this tension so that you're getting quite a significant workout, but you're not pushing against anything. So use those minds. And then we have the oblique tilts. So these ones are great. You'll light up your sides, turn it on, but you also get a great stretch on the other side from where you're bending. So we're gonna put our hands behind our head. The more straight up your elbows are, the bigger stretch that you'll get. So I actually kind of like interlace my fingers behind my head and really try to get my elbows up. And then keeping both hips down, you just tilt to one side. And then we use these abs to pull like a rope. Imagine there's a rope here and you're pulling it down to pull yourself over to the other side. And then reach down, pull here now. Pull as much as you can to get yourself as low as you can. And then switch, pull here, get big squeeze using just these obliques, and then switch. And you'll just go back and forth till you've done 10 on each side. And you'll really feel some good engagement. Here's some really good squeezing. It feels awesome. And then the punches, okay. So we all know cardio burns calories. So we want to get your heart rate up. So that's why I put one cardio blaster in this so that our heart rate is kind of going like this. And so that burns more calories than just doing this. And so that's how we're going to keep that holiday weight gain at bay. So it's 100 punches. Feet are on the floor, abs are tight, hands are up. Punch it like you mean it. So it's 50 to 100 punches depending on where you start at. You can start at 50 and work your way up to 100. The more oomph you put behind that punch, the more you'll get out of it cardiovascularly. So picture someone you're a little pissed at and punch away. It's also great therapy. Okay, and then we have the glute stretches. So for this one, you just cross ankle over knee. You want a nice straight back and hinge forward from the hip. So you're kind of reaching with your chest. You're not folding over like this. Chest is up, reaching. And you'll get a really deep stretch right on the sits bones where all those muscles connect to your pelvis in the bottom there. You'll feel it all the way down. It feels so good. All right. And I would hold it for 45 seconds to a minute per side, then switch sides. This is one you can do multiple times throughout the day. It feels wonderful, especially if you have a tight low back. So definitely remember that one.